do the usual. We'll read the letterboxed little synopsis thing that they give at the start. Which this one, by the way, in the block capitals at the start are so short. It just says double or nothing. That's it.
Yeah.
um, Moments after surviving an all-out attack from the Lidomus family, Grace discovers she's reached the next level of the nightmarish game. And this time, with her estranged sister Faith at her side, Grace has one chance to survive, keep her sister alive, and claim the high seat of the council that controls the world. Four rival families are hunting her for the throne, and whoever wins rules it all. I love that, man. I absolutely love that. I had a lot of fun with this because a lot of my main complaints from the first one, not that I didn't enjoy the first one, I quite liked the first one, um, but a lot of my main complaints for the first one were just that I feel like it didn't have enough fun with it. There was funny bits in it, quite a lot of humor in it to be honest. I said to you that I had like a little nasal laugh, like that sort of thing. But this one genuinely had a lot of fun with the premise, and we had more inventive kills. We had a lot of characters sort of being spread out in different areas and stuff as well. So you got to see a lot of different placements and a lot of different scenes and settings and whatnot. So it was nice. They had like a whole country club to play with, as opposed to just a mansion, which I know it's too big, two massive areas anyway. But we had like outdoor bits and everything in this as well, which was great. A lot of daylight in this one as well, which was fantastic. I kind of like when some horror films do that when they put stuff into the day
Yeah.
because when things go dark, it's sinister. It's like, oh no, but if you put stuff in the daytime, it's like, well, nobody's safe at any point now. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't. The stakes are so high then because it's like it really doesn't matter if it's daytime or nighttime. Somebody's gonna get hurt. Somebody's gonna die. Um, but they had a lot of fun with it. They had genuine, like, really good comedy moments. There is a particular scene in it between two characters duking it out that I was pissing myself laughing. Like, genuinely, I was having a full blown belly laugh. It was so good.
It's
And
the setup, isn't it? 'Cause it's that classic setup, like, not this, but for example, like, I bet those guys are shitting themselves, and then it just like smash cuts to two guys just sitting there chilling out, smoking
yeah,
weed.
yeah, yeah.
It's that sort of setup, and then you just cut to the payoff, and it's just
Yes.
um
Uh, but yeah, it was. I found it a lot of fun, really funny. The screening that I went to see of it, people were like genuinely laughing as well, like properly laughing, which was great. So it was good to have that kind of mentality with a lot of other people as well, and having a good old laugh. It was very brutal in places. I still don't know how these things are only a 15. Is sometimes the language and
I,
stuff
I
that's
was
used in it
surprised
as
this
well.
was a 15 and the first one was an 18.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah,
guessing since Natasha Kaplinsky's come in at the BBFC, they're a bit more, which that
yeah.
still always cracks me up that it's Natasha Kaplinsky, former newsreader, is now the president of the BBFC.
Hey, hey,
Oh no,
whatever
it's
floats your
great. I
boat.
love
You know
it,
what
and I
I mean?
can't remember what it was. Did an interview? It might have been on the Empire podcast, but did a really good interview with her as well.
That's great.
Um, yeah, I wasn't throwing shade at her for that. It's just when you know somebody from one thing, and you're just like,
Yeah,
can there be two Natasha Kaplinskis?
yeah. I was yeah, it was a surprise. This one was pretty gory in places. I don't know, man. It felt fresher, it felt more inventive. It could have just been how I saw it. I mean, on rewatch, I might end up being like, maybe it's not. But the thing I liked about it the most was it did the paranormal activity thing for me, whereas it made the first one better. I watched that second one and I wanted to watch them both after I'd finished watching the second one. I was like, I want to watch it again, but I want to
Yeah, I
watch
want
it
to
from
watch
the
the
first
first
one.
one again.
Yeah.
I was always I'm more up on the first one than you. I think that one tonally got it right
Okay.
between the, for want of a better term, horror and the comedy.
Right. Okay.
I think this one for me has moments, but I don't think it gets the tone quite right. There's one particular scene that's male, actually, it's two particular scenes of male violence against a female character. And I'm
Yeah. That,
aware I'm saying that based on both those films being people trying to kill a female character,
yes.
but it's just a little bit too real.
Hmm.
Um, and it just that really took me out of it. I'm a bit more not sensitive, but male violence against females is something you really have to walk a
It's funny.
fine line with.
It's funny because it happened in the first one as well. Like
Yeah,
it did happen in the first one, but it wasn't as brutal. But it was the kind of character, I think, is what
I think it's that, and
changed
I
it.
think it's the way the kill happens
Yeah.
for me. But yeah, I thought I like Samara Weaving, I like Catherine Newton, so I thought those two were great. I love Sarah Michelle Gellar. I thought she's
Yes.
great. I liked Sean Hattersey
Oh, I can't remember. The
as the
brother.
brother.
Yeah, the brother. Yeah,
Although
sure
when
it
they
is.
first walked in my head, I was like, wouldn't it have been cool if he was Ryan Felipe? And then
Yeah.
I couldn't get that out of my head, and I was like, why wasn't it Ryan Felipe? Just
Yeah, that's
like
true.
all those Cruel Intentions fans out there.
Well, somebody pointed out something to me that I never noticed, and I should have because I love this film, but it was technically faculty reuniting,
Yeah,
which I never put together, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, it was Sean Hattie, yeah, Sean Hattie and Elijah Wood,
yeah.
and being the
Elijah Wood is amazing in this. I think
what
he's the MVP of this because he has
I
so much exposition to spew out, and he just does it with such a smarmy but likable.
it's a very calm demeanor and very like he toes a certain line, but like you say, there's just a smarminess about it that I love because he is. I mean, he's technically like Satan's lawyer,
Yeah,
effectively. You know what I mean? That's what it's like. And it's like him reading the bylines and going through the book and stuff, and everything to protect the book. Like if something's going to happen, he'll like close it and like put it
he
behind things. That little thing of like things blowing up or things going off or getting messy beside the book and him protecting the book at all costs was
or if he
brilliant.
hasn't protected the book, just then checking it afterwards and just being
Yeah.
like,
I loved it. I absolutely loved it. He was great because he was just this sort of like because a lot of people say like, oh, they're dead one note. His thing wasn't one note. He just kept a steady demeanor throughout the whole thing. But very lawyer like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
But
yeah. He's a guy who like these are my client, or Mr. LaBelle is my client.
yes.
I have to deal with these people. I don't really give a fuck beyond that.
Yeah.
Um,
I love his whole thing is just being so calculated and just being like, you sure you want to do that? And then like do the things he goes, okay, it just kind of goes with it. It's
I mean, I
man,
did have a
it's
good
so
time
good.
with this. It sounds like I'm a bit more negative on it. And like I said in my thing on Letterboxd, I think if the first Ready or Not didn't exist, I probably would have enjoyed this a lot more. Again, I think it's going to be interesting to watch the two of them back to back.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, it does go a bit John Wick, where it starts building this mythos upon the mythology of the first one, which
Yes.
sort of takes a little bit away from the simplicity of, we're a family of devil worshippers, and like makes it this whole underworld that's in power.
I can't I don't know. I just kind of liked that. I think
Oh, I liked it. It's just it is that John Wick thing of like it goes from being this lone hitman with quite an interesting world, and then they just keep building on that world, like the high table and all this
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
It kind of, Jesus fucking Christ, I just want to watch you shoot some people.
yeah. I think I think the thing that made that justified that though was the fact of it has been such a long time since the original that so much has changed that I
Yeah,
think all of that made it more believable. Like if that had come maybe like a year after the first film or 2 years after the first film or something or whatever, it wouldn't have worked as well. We would have just went like, oh God, what a lot of rubbish and nonsense. Whereas I feel like a lot of real world events kind of very much influenced
yeah.
that aspect. Then obviously like the sort of the high table thing and everything, like all the conspiracy theory stuff that kicks about different things. And I was tying all that in my head as I'm watching it and being like, oh, this is great. And let's not forget as well, I mean, the film literally opens with David Cronenberg.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I'll
I
tell
was
you what
sitting,
this film does that really makes sense is you get the survivor of the first film and she gets arrested because
yes,
you would, because you'd be like,
yep,
you are covered in other people's blood. You're the only survivor.
yes.
We've got some questions.
So good. It was great. I think it got things out of the way really well as well. Like there was little plot holes that could have happened, and then they just kind of went, ah, just like
Yeah,
get rid of that. And they did it in a good way as well. So like if somebody was if a character, this for example, this isn't what happens, but if for example a character was uh adding too much to the kind of the story of it all, something that was going to mire it, they got dispatched in a way that made sense to the bit as well. So it was like, oh, I found a way of doing such and such, or um like you've got a load of questions to answer or whatever. And it's like, well, we don't want that. So we're going to have somebody just burst in here who knows this person and they'll accidentally kill that person in the process. And it's like,
yeah.
oh, cool. You know what I mean? Like, and it just, all of it made sense to me. Like, the more it was going on, the more I was going, like, okay, this makes sense. Yep, I can go with this. Yep, um, what's the word I'm looking for? The thingies of disbelief.
Oh, suspension of disbelief.
Yeah, the suspension of disbelief um just kept coming to the point that I was like, I can just, yeah, this is cool. I just rolled with the whole thing. As soon as you put like devil worship and stuff into it, it can sometimes get silly.
Yeah,
I don't feel like at any point it ever got silly. It was fun. It never got silly. It
yeah.
never
No, I
got,
agree with that.
yeah,
And
it never
I
got
will
dumb.
say that the Radio Silence guys had said that originally they were going to do a scene to come at the end of the first film's credits, where
All
there
right, okay.
was like a high table
Right,
that
okay.
were like that family's been taken out.
Yeah.
This is in play now or whatever. Um, because I
I
think this
did,
was two films put together because they were writing a film about sisters
yes, they were.
and then they
Yeah.
just
With
mashed the
those
two
two.
together. Yeah,
It was with those two in mind.
which makes
Uh
sense.
yeah. I love those two though. They
Yeah, I'm kind
those
of
two
glad that the Scream films didn't go carry on with them so they could
yeah.
make this
Those
because they did
two
Abigail as well, which I really enjoyed. Again, it's nonsense.
were they both in
No, just Catherine Newton. So
right,
obviously
just
they
just
worked
Newton.
with Samara Weaving on the first Ready or Not
Yeah.
and Scream 6
Yes. Yeah, 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 yeah.
because she's in the beginning.
Yeah.
Um, there were things I was expecting that it didn't do when it goes from you know so and such played their hand too early and now they've wiped out their entire family line,
Yeah.
and then it cuts to a wedding. I was expecting like one of those people to just burst.
Yeah,
And I
that'd have
thought we
been
were going to
funny.
get a whole sequence of like, all these nice everyday things and just somebody randomly bursting.
I loved that. Like there was someone, I can't remember who it was, but somebody had said like, "Oh, the whole bursting thing was just a bit overplayed." I was going, "No, it was great. It
I
was
don't think it was
fantastic."
because it fit within
Yeah,
the rules of the bursting. It wasn't
exactly.
like
But we were all waiting for it. We were all sitting going like, "Well, now they have to burst."
it
You know what I
wasn't
mean?
like
Like,
she was like, stabbing them and they were bursting because they'd
yeah,
been killed.
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It fit within the rules and it wasn't because yeah, I'd heard that. I can't remember whether it was Mark Commode said it in his review
No, I don't think so. I think it
or it
was
might have
somebody
been the
else.
Empire one
Yeah,
said
possibly.
it in theirs that they just go overboard with that. And I was expecting it to be like every other scene, and it wasn't.
No,
And it
no,
made
it really
sense.
wasn't.
It fit the rules of the film, and I respect that. I mean, I'd probably still put it. It's between a buy it and a borrow it for me.
Okay.
I'd have no qualms with putting it on my shelf with the first Ready or Not and watching them as a double bill.
Yeah. Well, it's a 100% a buy it for me, and it's funny because Ready or Not One wasn't an instant buy it for me. I think I'd put it as a borrow it originally,
Yeah,
or quite well, like
I
you
think.
had
Yeah, I
said
think you
that.
gave it like 2 stars when you reviewed it.
Um, yeah, two and a
Because
half, three.
I was a 4 stars on the first one and 3 stars on the second one.
Yeah, I gave it a two and a half. It's went up now. It genuinely has went up now because of this
Yeah,
second film. But then I was like I said, the paranormal activity of it all. The first paranormal activity did nothing for me at all. I watched the second one, the first one went up. It
yeah,
genuinely. And now I watch those two films back to back. Like I can't watch the first one on its own and then leave it. I will always go straight on to the second one because that first and second film fit seamlessly together.
yeah.
They are so good. genuinely terrifying as well. That's another one, actually, funnily enough, the second one does daytime things, and you think, okay, you're screwed.
Yeah,
Like now we are not safe because in the first one you were waiting for nighttime. And as soon as it came to the second one and something happened in the daytime, you were like, I don't know when to be scared. This isn't fair. And funnily enough, that was another one with sisters.
yeah.
Um, there's a lot of it's funny. Ready or Not has a lot of things that have clearly it's been like that its influence has come from like loads of other different stuff. You can see it as you're going along. But I feel like already Ready or Not is influencing other things as well, which we will get to about another film
Yeah.
in a bit. But yeah, it's already influencing. I'm like, it's not even like a huge film, but it seems to be really, really well liked. I mean, I hadn't even heard of the first one until I saw the second trailer.
I think I'd heard of it, but it hadn't really hit my register until Radio Silence were doing the Scream films.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
obviously they got a lot more attention. Um,
So much fun though. So much fun.
yeah, they're both really good fun. And like you say, they're two films you can watch as a piece, a bit like Terminator and Terminator 2,
Yep.
that sort of thing. I don't think I want a third one.
Now,
I'd probably watch a third one, but I'm not sure where we'd go with a third one.
this is what I was going to say. The good thing about both of those films are they are singular stories.
Yeah.
Even though that is a number two, it can be watched without having watched a number one, and it's a singular story, and it has an ending. Same with the first one. I thought that had an ending technically.
Oh yeah, there was
It's
no sequel baiting in that at all.
no, not at all. So that had an ending. I still feel like they could do a third one and make it work.
Oh, I think
And
they could. I just don't know if I want it.
I think I do. That sounds really odd because usually third ones don't work at all. A
I
lot
mean,
of the
they're
time,
gonna have to nail a story on it.
yes,
I
definitely.
wouldn't
But
pick up directly where this one.
I'd wait another 7 years for another one. Genuinely,
I've got
if
it.
it was
I've got it. I've got it. Next one. Focus on the goat.
that'd be great. The goat two, ready or not. It's like it's mixing the animated film and
Oh,
that
perfect.
goat
Yeah,
that goat goes on to be a basketball star,
that goat
and
is the goat from Goat.
and then becomes the head of a Satanist cult. There we go.
But yeah, so we're different opinions, but we're not too far away on that one.
No,
Um,
not at all. And that was the thing. It wasn't like I loved this and you hated this. It was just that, I was slightly more favorable on it than you were.
yeah,
Which I kind of saw coming, to be fair, because I started to see other people's reactions off of it, and I was kind of sitting going, "No, I think I've just really liked this one. I think it's still like it's still been favorable amongst critics and whatnot. Um, but I just really had a great time with it, and it was a secret screening for me as well, or a
yeah.
secret screaming, for me as well. So it was a nice surprise. Um, I was really hoping it was going to be that, and
I
when it
wonder whether I
was,
would have enjoyed
oh,
it more if I'd rewatched the first one before going, but I didn't want to do that because I know somebody rewatched the first one before seeing the second one and then was like, yeah, that kind of ruined the second one for me.
yeah,
So I kind of didn't want to do it, but it's like I say, next time I watch it, it will be the two of them back to back.
yeah. I'm going to be looking for the two of them in a double pack.
Yeah,
And I'll get them. And I'm glad that the sequel came out so soon after me watching the first one because now that can be an option. Whereas
yeah,
I haven't went and bought the first one and then sort of been like, ah, crap, now I have to go and get this one separate.
yeah,
Oh, look, there's a double pack because they're going to put them together.
yeah.
They're gonna.
Actually, these two together, I'd quite like to see get the Kill Bill, the whole bloody affair.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
that'd
cut
be
them
cool.
together as one long film.
That would be cool.